do is get money. All I do is get
We'll
money.
get money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Yeah, yeah. We get money, money. Yeah, yeah. Ooh.
Because I sat myself down and I
And
asked
I ask
myself, who
myself, who
going
going
harder than
harder
me?
than me?
I damn
I
near
think
laughed
they laugh
myself
myself.
because I'm
Cause
blowing
I'm
the
blowing
gas,
the
just trying
gas
to
instead
catch
of catch
myself. I
myself.
know I'm going too fast,
And
sometimes I
it's
pass
right.
myself. And I know these niggas be hating, can't keep their
Take it,
bitches
take
with
it,
you.
take it.
Because what you niggas be saying ain't
Ain't
what you
what
niggas
you
be
niggas
doing.
be
Won't fuck
doing.
a
Don't
bitch
fuck
and
a
she
bitch and she
basic to
basic to
basic.
basic
Bitches be
bitches be
booty, just
booty.
take
To
a look
take a
at my
look at my
bracelet.
bracelet.
Gotta face it, we booming. Face to face with my fear. My only fear that I
That I
fear. I'm
feel
from
I'm
busy
just
down to
saying,
bitches, and so
I'm
this
just
shit
saying
is
that
a
shit
shit.
that's fair.
Well, a trap
That
nigga rap
nigga
like
rap
I
like
got
I
a
got
new
a new
school. I
school.
hit the track just like a Chattanooga choo
Choo
choo.
choo.
All I do is get money. All I do is get money.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Yeah, yeah. Hey.
Yo, 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 welcome back to These Ninjas Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2. Y'all already know what it is. We back in the building. Say what's up, what's up?
Yo, yo.
Year, big year.
Alright, man, we gonna, get into it real quick. We gonna talk about this whole controversial three episode docu-series of Kanye West. We gonna break it down season by season, 3 episodes. I mean, 3 episodes, not seasons. It's one season. There might be more later on. You never know. Kanye is very controversial, so you never know. This might not be the ending of it. So let's start off with season 1. Anybody want to go ahead and give their opinion a little bit on something, what they thought about it? Because I mean, spoiler alerts. If you ain't watch it, don't listen to this,
Yeah.
I guess. But because we gonna get into it,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Well,
just want to get the fans. Go ahead. Who
they're
ready?
episodes, ain't they? Instead of seasons? Oh, they were
No,
episodes.
no, it's just one season one, three
Three
episodes.
episodes.
That's
Okay.
what I say. It might be more
Yeah.
seasons. I corrected myself, but you never know. That's what I say. His life is so controversial. You never know. But yeah,
It
go
left room
ahead.
for more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go
I
ahead.
guess I'll kick off the topic of what episode one.
Yeah.
Episode 2. Oh yeah, episode 1 on the thing.
Episode one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So episode one pretty much showed the determination, the grind, the hustle, and the hunger that Kanye had. And it also put in perspective on some of the things that we kind of knew of Kanye that we, kind of surprised us, and he showed a different side of him that we didn't really get to see, that the media don't put out there. As far as the
Mm-hmm.
relationship with his mother, how he really, really grinded trying to make beats, how when you see him the first time, interviewed by Cootie, he wasn't even in a group. He was just a beat maker then, right? Just an up and coming
Who?
Yeah.
Cootie?
Kanye.
Oh
When I
yeah, he
heard
Kanye.
was a beat
that,
maker. I mean, he in
yeah,
the episode he says his whole life he was a rapper though, but yes, was
Yeah.
paying the bills, putting food on the table was him making beats. That's what got him in.
Yeah.
yeah. So like
Mm-mm.
it really, really showed that
I need some.
his mother really kept him grounded. That's for sure. Like that's what
Yeah,
I got out of the first episode. Like mainly, like his mom was that anchor that he needed in his life to keep him grounded. And like she said, you can be high but stay grounded. And that what
yeah.
she
Yeah.
told him.
Know where you come from.
Yeah,
Yeah. A giant looks at itself in the mirror but doesn't see itself, is what she said.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, that was
Yeah.
deep. Like
Yeah.
he didn't even explain it. She didn't even explain it. I mean, I felt like depending what you going through in life, it means different to you. So you know what I mean. In that
Yeah.
situation, it's like it's crazy because like somebody who keeps you so grounded and so well down to earth is the person that ended up dying and then you alone. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy to go through something like that because but the first episode, it was all about him trying to be a rapper and everybody was not taking him serious. Like they just,
Yeah.
bro, stick to beats. Like, you know, you are artist when it comes to these beats, but you know, when it comes to rapping, like stick to your day job, my nigga. Like and that's how they were treating him. Like, so that was what mainly the first episode was. He got to see that like he got a little fame and people coming after him for some type of reason. So he didn't understand that part of the industry. So you know,
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool to see. It happened all in real time right there. You know, like he heard the interview on the radio, mad quick. He, you know, let's go hit these niggas up real quick. They spoke.
Yeah.
You know, the camera went off a little bit. They kind of muffled, but as you saw, man, he kind of confronted him, though. You know what I mean? That's how Kanye
Yeah.
is. Like, you can say whatever you want about it, you know. He is who he is. I thought it was cool to see that his whole first 2, 3 albums were pretty basically written before.
Written already.
Yeah, it was already since he was a teenager, man, since he started. Thought that was
Yeah.
pretty cool. Because, like, his
Uh,
mom knew all the words to that shit. So, like, you know, that was fire.
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely his mom was his biggest fan. That was
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
one of the takes that you can get out of that. My thing though, that like I told you, his first album has always been one of my favorite albums. And to see that the way he constructed and put that album together without, you know, the label freezing his money and you know they wouldn't help him and this, that. And when he came, he had a whole album ready to go finished. All the features, you know, he hustled for that. You know what I'm
He
saying?
did.
People
He
blessed
did.
him, people worked with him.
I
So
thought that
like
was fire, too.
that album, you know what I'm saying, not really knowing the backstory and seeing that album put together to me just makes it a little bit more special to me because that was a fire album. It's always been one of my favorite albums.
It does, but you know what? It opens up a debate now. Here's the key: is he had all that time to write such quality music. A lot of people complain that is the greatest music he's ever produced. Those first and made those first 2, 3 albums. After that, his music just downgraded. He didn't have time to really do it. Do you feel like he's one of those artists that needs time to really do an album, or?
Well, think about it. It's like your old time great Hove. He's a hit and miss on the albums.
He's a hit and miss on the albums. What
Yeah,
do
he's a
you
hit and
think?
miss.
Smoke
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. What I had gotten from it was he does kind of need a little time to work on his craft, but I guess like you said, it looked like everything was written of the first couple of albums anyway. So it was just really funny, you know, and it was awesome to see how he put it together, like you said, and as he went through. And
It is.
he was
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's
grabbing
crazy.
people and stuff like that. And
Nah, all jokes aside, like I'm literally laughing because it's like he comes in and he paints it as like it's something that is like he just did out of nowhere. And even he
Yeah.
tells you, he's like, I'm not a gangster. I didn't know how to do it. I just dress fly. So I think it's funny how he just finessed the whole industry into doing like his style. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not bad. I just thought that was crazy. Like, yo,
Yeah, it was
it's crazy. It's crazy how he did
It
that.
was.
You know,
Man, what do you think, Double Barrel?
Think of that first episode.
man, hold up,
Yeah,
hold up, y'all. Give me a second.
Double Barrel's getting ready there.
Yeah. So Smoke
The
William,
fir-
what's
the
your
first
opinion
episode-
on the first episode? How you
Yeah,
feel
the
about it?
first episode for me. The first episode of me was it really shined a light to what we don't get to see, and I felt
All right.
like we was put into his life right there, and it just made me feel sad for him through the end of what we see now.
Oh man, it was beautiful at the beginning, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything was jumping. Everybody was going the way it was supposed to be going. It was just beautiful, and then you finally see the evolution of how
Yeah.
shit goes from from starting off with the hustle and the grind, and then eventually you actually getting to see the fruits of your labor, and you're like shit. And then the nigga just went into left field, man. Like
Yeah,
It was
it sure did.
it was disheartening, you know. And when you got to the point where the nigga was like, I just had to cut it up. I'd never heard a nigga speak like this, you know. That was just it,
Yeah,
I think it speaks to a lot of shit on a lot of different levels that usually doesn't come up. You know what I mean?
No,
yeah,
definitely.
Like
yeah,
the man struggled and strived so hard to get everything
yeah.
together. You know what I mean? Put in all
Right.
the work, came out of pocket with everything. You know what I mean? Was just stacking up, trying to make everything right and possible and get it where he wanted it to. Finally got to clicking after just, you know what I mean? And then it just turned into just whatever. So I mean,
Yeah. It really was a struggle though for him there for the first though. Like as you could tell, like me and Joey was talking about this off camera, that literally when people was pushing him out, just like yo, you a beat maker, yo, and me and Loso too, like yo, you this, yo, you that. You could tell the anger that he was getting from, and that's the struggle of people telling you can't do something and you
yeah,
know
he
you.
was getting. You seen
Yeah,
when him and Rhymefest got into it, and Rhymefest was like,
yeah,
"Who are you to call yourself a genius?" He's like, "Nigga, I'm a genius. Why would I call myself anything else?" And
yeah,
then to the point where well, it's the thing about this, to have your driving force,
yeah,
and I hope that enough women sing that they could see how you can speak life into a child, because
yeah,
the whole thing it was go Kanye. I just thought it was the go Kanye. And was
Yeah.
really
yeah.
and she was
Donda was
every
a good
time
song.
he looked around, she was telling him how great he was, how great he was going to become, how this and
Yeah,
how that. And then when that goes away, I think that does something. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. I think
yeah,
that does something to him. You know, on a whole complete different level that he wasn't ready to embrace, or
yeah.
because I don't think no one's ever really ready to lose a parent, regardless of what
No,
anybody says at any time. But
It's
you
harder when
know,
you're younger and you'd have to deal with that as opposed to being like, you know what, they died of old age, at least they lived a good life. But it's hard when they die young. You know what I mean?
well,
Like, so I
yeah,
get
yeah,
that.
and there
I
was
get that.
nothing else, and it wasn't nothing else that he could really do. You know what I mean? To even really, you know, he didn't have nowhere to go to. There was nowhere for that man to go to. And
yeah,
then all the money in the world he had, but it wasn't going to help him in the situation he was in. So,
yeah,
mm.
No, yeah, definitely. Like that whole thing with his moms, I thought that was really cool because, like, you usually don't have nobody champion for you, and to see that it's your mom is your number one fan. And one thing is your mom telling you, you know what, I believe in you, I support you. That's cool, right? But when she's at your show and she's singing word for word your songs, like to me, that's just more than just saying, yeah, 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 I like your music. You really proven that you do. You know what I mean? You literally know the song word for word. You showing up to his concert. You showing up to his events. Every time he comes home, you gotta remind him, listen, you might be Kanye West to the world, but home you Kanye. My
yeah.
son, my baby boy, you know what I mean? So like I really thought that was very touching in the beginning to see his humbling roots come from where he comes from. So,
Oh yeah.
that definitely was. Anybody got anything else they want to add on to episode one?
Just the one thing about the whole situation, the way his voice kind of changed up from before the wreck to after the wreck, like that was, and it's kind
That
of
was
like the
Yeah,
way
episode
his,
two.
well, his
The
yeah,
wreck.
in the episode you could actually hear him rhyming, and you'd be like, dang, that sounded a little bit different.
Oh, you mean just the voice? Okay, you weren't talking about
Yeah,
the.
just
Okay,
well,
okay.
to where
yeah,
I'm
but
like,
I
that's
think,
episode two, the wreck. Yeah, we
yeah,
gonna get into that
yeah,
episode two. No, but yeah, you're
yeah,
right. The voices are different to hear him
yeah,
in the
voice,
beginning, how he sounds, even how he
every time,
looked.
even Tom
yeah,
Cruise with vanilla skies,
Yo, he looked like a dark skinned nigga. Like I was
yeah,
surprised. I was like, man, I thought Kanye
yeah,
was light skinned his whole life, but he was dark
nah,
skinned. Like he had the little
nah.
frames. He was looking
yeah,
fly even back then when he ain't really was nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
he said that
yeah,
was the niche he was going for. He was going to
Yeah.
try to slide in as the best stretch rapper in the game.
And
yeah.
hey,
So
every single video you see of him, he always dressed up. So yeah, no, I thought that was pretty cool on episode 1. So yeah, so now episode 2. Wait. But before we get to that, episode 1, there also was him trying to like rap in front of people.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
Jay, Dame, everybody. Nobody was kind of really taking him serious.
Nobody is taking him serious.
Yeah, so like he's over here trying his best, and everybody's telling him, "Yo, stick to beats. Like you ain't with it." So that was basically all up on the first one. On the second one, we gonna see what was it? He was literally like, all the music coming to. Well, in the beginning, it was just showing him how he got his album going, right?
Yeah.
So like he was hustling, trying to get studio time, trying to get some stuff popping real quick. So you saw that, like, you know, with the Ludacris gave him like 10 minutes of his personal studio time, because I think that was after the accident, right? So he had the accident. Def Jam didn't want to Rockefeller. That's what it was, because he got his chain and everything. So Rockefeller didn't want to really do nothing with him. They say, "Nah, we're gonna chill." They shelved him real quick. So he was trying to make his album still happen. So he was recording here and there, taking studio time from other people. He had Pharrell listen to some of his shit. Jamie Foxx hooked him up with a beat, or not beat, with a hook. He was talking to him. So I thought that was pretty cool to see all that situation going through, and him trying to freestyle in front of producers and all that stuff. So
well, he had to try to earn it at that point. It was like starting, you know, he had already developed himself as a producer, but when he stepped into that rap arena, he came through not only not having the support, but it was almost like it was a hindrance to him, because they was, you know what I mean? It was like they was wanting to look over him because
he was just a producer.
You know what I mean?
Well, also, go ahead, my bad.
Jay-Z seemed to be the one to kind of advocate for him for that. Without the bounce, you know what I mean? Seemed to be the one that seemed to be where he first really got his actual tracks, you know what I mean? As far as the rapping stage go, but that really don't make any sense to me, because you would think that the nigga that was making the beats could also rap anyway, because he'd know more about cadence and certain melodies and stuff. But you know, that just lets you know that how scared and how sacred that these teams are when these niggas get together. Because like I said, like up to this day, when the motherfuckers gonna what you call it, and it's like whatever. Say what, not close.
No, I was gonna say also that Rick just really stopped a lot of his, you know, like they said, it stopped his money, everything. Like he
it stopped his momentum.
Yeah, like they were with him, they were backing him. He had that wreck, and then they shoved him, and then it was like, why are you shoving me, nigga, just because of a wreck? Like I never really understood that part of why they did that to him either.
Well,
so it's like, go ahead.
No, my bad, Mo, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's kind of like if Jay-Z got in a wreck and then they shoved his ass.
Yeah,
I mean that's different though, because I mean, yes, as a rapper, but Jay-Z's already established at that time that you're saying. Now, if you talk about before Jay-Z was established, then yeah, you're right. But sometimes that's fate. I mean, it happens in life sometimes. Like, just because you have potential to really take the game over, stuff happens and situations happen that you don't make it to that stage in time. You know what I mean? So like Jay-Z just right place, right time, and he was also be able to take advantage of the situation. You know, hip hop is early. You gotta remember, hip hop didn't start till like really the 80s. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like by the time the 90s came, hip hop is new. There ain't too many people that can establish themselves as legends in the game. Not yet, at least. You know what I mean? So now it's a totally different ball game. Like today's field is different, because you got your Biggies, you got your Tupacs, your Jay-Z, your Nas, your Snoop Dogg's, your Ice Cube. We could be here all day. Like, you know, you got all these legends from everywhere, all over you got not just the United States, you have other countries that do hip hop now, that they have become their own hip hop legends in their own countries. So, you know, hip hop is bigger now than what it was back then. So it's a lot harder. But back then, you were able to take advantage of the situation. So,
but think about it like this. Also, going back to touching bases on what you said on, example, Ludacris giving them 10 minutes of his studio time.
That was fire.
you know what I'm saying? That right there showed a lot of determination of him really like, look, I'll take whatever you give me just so I can get this album done. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna make it do what it do. Plus, it also helps that all right, somebody drops their little verse. They like Ludacris. It took him what, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Cool. Kanye has like 7 or 8 minutes left in the studio. He's already a producer. He knows what to do. It probably ain't gonna take him not long to mix and master that real quick. What he needs to, then push on to the next part. You know what I'm saying? Because studio quality at the house without having the studio equipment, you can get it done, but it's not gonna sound just like you had it in the studio. And then him
a
having
session with the person. Or the
not
session
only
with the person.
well, not that, the mixing and the mastering is what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay.
So, you know,
I thought you meant like the element of like the room being with the artist. I think there's a difference
a lot
if
of
you are
artists
with the
don't-
person as opposed to them just sending you a track and like, yeah, just spit on it and send it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a different vibe, in my opinion. I
Well,
could be wrong.
he didn't. All he did was let Ludacris lay down his track, and he didn't spit or nothing. He was like,
But he
"All right,
was
cool."
with him though. That's what I'm saying. Like it was
Yeah,
able, as a producer, to vibe with the artist who's doing the hook, because that's his album. At the end of the day, he knows how he wants it, and Luda's
Well,
just
that's
doing
what,
the part
that's
that
what
he
I'm
needs.
saying. That makes it a lot easier with getting in the studio time. You don't need a producer, a mix and mastering guy, producer and shit.
It's him
'Cause
being in there
it's
to
all
do it.
you.
Yeah.
It's all hands on. You know what you're doing. You know how you want it to sound. So that gives him an upper hand on a lot of things too. Because we can't say Double Bass saying he's going through the same situation. For example, you know what I'm saying? He be rhyming and shit, and then something happens to whatever label he's with or whatever. So he's just getting in the studio, getting 10 minutes from whoever. He may not know how to mix and mastering. Now that's another step he's gonna have to take. Which with Kanye, that saves a lot more money from the studio, from the company, from the label, and everything else. See what I'm saying? So that's
He
more
does
money
all
in
that
his
himself.
pocket. So that'll be more money in his pocket. So now you're not just getting the rhyme money, you getting the producer money, you getting the engineering money. So you getting more of that money
and you
yourself.
getting all the
Which
credit.
at the end of the day, if you think about it, the label shitted on themselves. Because they're gonna have to come out of more pocket paying that album for him. Because you can't be like, oh, well, this was mixed and matched by such and such, knowing that it's well documented. He did the whole album himself. That's the way I see it. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's just my take on it.
Nah.
He did a small one.
Well, going back to the whole Jay-Z joint, I felt like Jay-Z kind of pushed him to the side, kind of on the slide himself. It was just
A
kind of
little
like,
bit.
oh yeah,
A little bit, but I
yeah,
think he
my
did it
man.
just to test them. Like
It's a
just
big
to
brother
push
shit.
him
He
to
big
get
brother.
better.
He big
And once he
brother.
got to a certain level where he was like, all right, bro, get on this track real quick.
Yeah, he's
You know,
like,
he did put him
my
on.
mans. He knew the camera was on, everything. He went there, he's like, man, closed mouths don't get fed, but he really wasn't paying attention to that. And then he just went on about his business.
So
you know,
question.
He did in the beginning.
Question
Yeah,
back to Chris.
Yeah.
So do you believe that if the cameras wasn't in there, Jay wouldn't have gave him the shot on being on that Dynasty compilation?
No, I think Jay's a good enough dude to give, because I know somebody that's actually talked to Jay before, and Jay, like, he actually asks questions and he's interested in things. He might not let you go all full out, but he's a pretty cool cat. So if you're in the vicinity of him like that, you probably get a chance. So I figured, it ain't his album anyway. It's just a compilation, really. So
I
here,
mean,
hey,
it is a
here you go. Jump on.
compilation, but a lot of people say it's a Jay-Z album.
It's
I
not
mean,
a
that's
Jay-Z.
neither here nor there.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
every time
I mean,
if you go into any of the services, it says straight Jay-Z. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, we got whole Avengers in here, so I mean, they gonna fight for that.
I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm gonna mind my business.
Oh man,
Dame Dash called it out. It's not his shit.
He owned one third of some property from there. That's all.
I mean, it did
he's
have a
still
lot more
debating
state
that.
property. Still had a lot more state property tracks on there. If you think about it, but
Yes, whatever. But but for the most part, through the second episode, I felt like his anger was building as people kept pushing him to the side, and he kept telling people, he just wanted people to believe in him. I think we would have had a totally different Kanye if it didn't actually go down like this.
yeah, I think he needed that struggle just to get him started. You know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
you know
I
what
do
mean?
like that on episode 2. he really fought and he put it in perspective. I forgot who it was. He was having a conversation that kept trying to say it was doing the State Property music video. It was doing that shoot. He's sitting there talking to old buddy, and he's like, "Yeah, this is the rapper." He said producer slash rapper, and he was like, "Nah, I'm a rapper." He's like, "But you're a producer rapper," and he was like, "No, I'm a rapper." He's like, "I'm not competing against these guys, and they're not producers. I'm not competing against them. I'm a rapper. That's how I'm competing against them."
Yeah.
So that right there was like
Let you
him
know it's
really
not
letting them know, bro, it's not a game. I'm really with this. You know what I'm saying? This is my determination. If I want to be known as a producer slash rapper, I'll battle producer slash rapper. He said, but these are not producers slash rappers.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, like he got a point. You know what I'm saying?
He stood on his word.
Yeah, he's still firm on that.
Yeah, he did.
And then right after that's when he had his the wreck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, at this point now, people done seen him, right? Dame Dash came to his, listening part. What was it? Music video premiere?
Yeah.
Video premiere. Yeah.
All right, so he saw the magic, everything came, this, that, the third, right? So now he being backed, right? Now he got power. Now he's in Rockefeller Records, throwing up the rock, doing his thing, popping the chain.
I bet that was fun.
He's doing videos, he's making money. He does all his things we got to do, And how do you guys feel now that he just kind of starts distancing himself from the main ones that were there from day one? And I mean, now we only saw whatever he recorded, so you don't know if Cootie and really flipped on him off camera, and they just kind of played the narrative of playing it, make it look like Kanye was crazy. And I don't know. We only know what we saw from the footage, and based off the footage, it looked like he just completely stopped chilling with them.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
How you guys feel about that once he got to that part of the doc?
Yeah, go ahead, though, bro. You got one?
Nah.
You don't feel no type of way on that?
Hold up. Nah, motherfucker, I'm sitting there trying to get these motherfucking kids out the motherfucking way. I couldn't even hear
I smoke with you.
What did he say? What did you say?
He wants to know the take on. Go ahead. My bad.
On what?
Yeah, we was trying to figure how you felt about the whole Cootie thing, about how he distanced himself from his friends.
Well, I mean, that's the only way he could really do it at the time, because you see, I mean, at a certain point, me and you are going to feel the same way. Now, like if we're both on level 10 when we came out, as you seen, they was both on level 10 when they got there. Kanye hit up to level 20. Cootie and them was stuck on like level 11, 12. So you got to think, now that you're looking at 11, 12, and I'm looking at 20, we're not looking at nothing the same. The way you see the world is not the way I see the world at that point. So there's nothing that we can really do at that point, except try to talk about the stuff that we have common ground on. And what they had common ground on wasn't much. Now, you live in the Chicago lifestyle. Everything's still moving Chicago. Hell, I'm out here with Kim Kardashian, Chloe, Courtney. You know what I mean? He's moving in a whole different light. So I really don't think that was the way to do it. Like, I think that he should have probably included them boys with him and made them a part of his life, just to keep grounded. Because people like that keep you grounded. Like, if I was to go out in the wind, come up on $50 million right now, you know what I mean? I would still get on here every time. I would probably beat y'all on here and not have to worry about no sidetrack, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I can get the nanny to come down here and get these kids and fill them up and do you know what I mean? But the thing about it is you need to stay engaged with what you was engaged with to still give the same authenticity and the same views that you have. At that point, Kanye didn't have them no more, because he wasn't dealing with the same shit no more. And when you ain't dealing with the same shit, you can't, you know what I mean? You can fake a lot of stuff. You can't fake situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
You're right.
For some reasons, the human can we can fake it to make it to like go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can fake him and imagine yourself going up, and it works pretty well because you know people that's above you. But when it goes in the reverse and you're trying to fake it till you make it and cut it back down, trying to act like a normal person and you worth all this money, it don't seem to work right.
Yeah.
I've never, even rappers like their albums after they get rich, they don't sound the same. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Even if they're still trying to rap about the struggle, it's hard to take them serious because we know you not that. You know what I mean? Like we can dig when Cash Money was broke. You know what I mean? When Cash Money was broke, we love hearing that big ball and shit. We know they didn't have it. You know what I mean? We know that they was trying, but they didn't have it. Now, right now, you don't want to hear nothing about Lil Wayne talking about his struggle and his pain. You know what I mean? Because it's now you can relate to his like mental anguish, but he ain't worried about he ain't got no sandwich meat in the refrigerator. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Babylonia has our first name.
Yeah, we don't want to hear Lil Wayne talking about how he was eating ramen noodles just a second ago. You know what I mean? He
Well,
might
see,
have been.
this is my thing. Do you put fault on Cootie for stopping his career to get to that point for Kanye just to leave him behind?
Not after I realized they got $30 million for that thing.
Yeah, but look how long it took, bro. I think it was 30 years.
Yeah.
$1 billion a year. Not even, because they got to split that. They got to split it.
He got 15
Two
mil.
niggas, 15 mil a piece.
Bruh,
For 30 years. I mean, I get it.
That was a 20. But that was a 20-year path that he took. Then what was it, like good 7-8 years after that Kanye was just let them behind?
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully he got paid well during that time. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't the only thing he did. You know, even though he put a lot of stuff on the back burner, he still did everything. He was there for his dad when he died. He was there when his daughter. He was there when his daughter got born. You know, it wasn't like he missed just great strides and stuff in his life, and he worked on his own schedule the whole time. You know what I mean? That man ain't go nowhere and clock in no 9 to 5 during them 30 years. He was still kicking it. So the fact that he can live his life in that manner, and then at the end of the road, he still came up with ta-da, just makes me feel like, yeah, it was worth it, and let's do it again. You know what I mean? I got a documentary on Smoke one now. They want it, you know what I mean?
Getting his docu-series set up.
Let me know. I'm watching.
Let me know you're gonna blow up and see what happens. I mean, for real. And I mean, it was pretty much a sure thing because even at that point, even though he was just Kanye West and he hadn't blew up. I mean, you got to think that man produced Po Pimp for Do or Die.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like he didn't already have hits. You know what I mean? It's just that he hadn't been just blowed up off the map. So the fact
H to the Izzo, B to the Izzy.
So the fact that
that's
he
his favorite one
got
to
paid,
quote.
Yeah. So the fact that he finally got blowed up and got where he tried to be is just a testament to me.
I don't know. I felt some type of way about it myself. Like I felt like, yo, as soon as you blew up, like you was doing a documentary anyway. Why wouldn't you carry somebody with you? Like you done got money now, so why wouldn't you keep doing the same stuff the way you was moving?
Yeah, but we don't. But the thing about it is, we don't know what ain't on them tapes.
That's why I said that in the beginning. I wanted to make that clear. We only know what we saw. That's it.
We don't know what went on on them tapes, and you know how niggas get the actors, so it could have been anything. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
It could have been ugly.
I mean, the way this docu-series portrayed it, the way it seemed was like that he didn't want to be around them no more because he was starting to be playing a role. He was going to start acting a certain way, and they knew too much of who he really was, so they didn't really want to do that. And then that's the reason why, allegedly, their side of the story is that Kanye stepped away from them because they were just ready. He was ready to play his role. And that's when all the craziness happened, and we saw like a whole 20-bit, of the whole situation he was going on without them recording. He had a baby girl. She was born. They played videos about that. What he did, and then the little times he was here and there. I didn't know he was with Common. All the niggas from the Shy.
Yeah, I knew that.
He was with them. All that. What's the comedian? D-Rail.
D-Ray.
Yeah. So like there was a lot of people like in the beginning of their careers that we didn't even know he fucked with. We knew about John Legend, obviously. So like, there's different. Go ahead.
I was about to say, when you was talking about the people that was all in it, did you notice who was on there before his album dropped?
Who?
Yeah, The Game.
Oh yeah,
The Game was on there before his album dropped.
Yeah.
And went double. Whatever. I ain't even gonna get into it. I was gonna take a cheap shot, but I'll hold back on that.
Let it fly, son. We these ninjas. Let that shit fly.
I will. I'll save that one for another time.
Let them Chinese stars fuse them shurikens. Hey. Start hitting them with the. Yo. Nah, but yeah. So all in all, that whole docu-series, what were your favorite parts? I guess before we get into that. So we saw that he was doing that, right? So now they rekindled their friendship. They all together now. They cool. And this is the crazy parts to me. I think that I started seeing that it took you into a whole nother world with him. Because he starts talking about, he's like, yo, dog, I have to take so much medication and do so much therapy just to have a normal conversation with you. Like, do you know how much work I got to do just so that I can sit here and just be able to talk to you? And you gonna waste my time? Like, so, I thought that was a pretty cool way to see inside his head. He felt like he was an alien. And, he just didn't know how to communicate the way normal people do. And, I mean, there's a lot of people who feel that way. I'm not saying like him personally, just that comment part about, sometimes you feel like an alien and you don't feel the same as normal people. And that's normal and healthy to feel, but I don't know. Like I said, he's just got a lot of issues going. He may or may not be. But who are we to classify what is the norm in society? Everybody has the right to do whatever they want with their life as long as they're not endangering themselves or anyone around them. Why not? You know what I mean? They ain't hurt nobody. Why not?
Well, you know what they always say, the people that we say that's not normal are usually the ones that's out doing things. Like, think about, Alexander Graham Bell. I mean, who would have thought, hey, I can do this, and this, and telephone. I can talk to somebody.
He was on them grams for real. He was on them grams for real. Nigga, I want to talk to somebody ain't even here. Yeah.
Ben Franklin, let me put a key and let the electricity shock and all this. Like, these people, like, you out your mind.
I mean, you gotta be a little bit of, it's innovation, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, but for the whole Kanye thing, it's just like, I felt, because like they always talk about on certain things like mental breakdowns or whatever, that wreck, he didn't come back 100 fully. And then when his mom passed, he didn't recover from that. And then that was a total breakdown of his mental capacity. And I mean, it just went away after that. He's there, but not. He's there and then he's not. Like, he has spurts of him.
Yeah.
All right, so look, I got a question. Then I'm gonna start with Loso. But here's the question to all three of you, and it's plain and simple. It's a simple yes or no, and it's a simple question I'm about to ask. And do you think Kanye's crazy? We'll start with Loso. You think he's crazy?
Crazy.
Yeah.
You can take it how your definition.
You
explain. You explain. I don't know. How do you take my definition of crazy? I'm not giving a definition. Just when I say the word crazy, what comes to your mind? That's what I mean.
I don't believe he's crazy. What I believe that he may have some kind of autism to where he just passes out. because, and the reason why I say that is because there's a video like back in the day. It was kind of like an MTV, like how they used to do them docu videos and whatnot. So
Yeah.
it's one of those videos I had seen back in the days, and Kanye was explaining how, his mom went and taught in China, how he was out there, and he started drawing. So he's like, yeah, I start drawing patterns. He's like, I hear music patterns in my head, and he pulled up a picture. It was nice as hell. The drawing, like the way it was drawn and shit, and he's explaining in that picture on how the certain patterns were the music beats and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I don't believe he's crazy, because how many music composers before our time created the like Beethoven and shit? They said he was what? He was crazy and shit.
Yeah.
They think
But
different.
he ended up having some kind of disease though.
Nah, he went blind.
Asperger's or something.
Yeah,
Nah, he went blind.
That's
He
not a
went blind.
disease. He
But
was
still-
yeah, but
still people
Asperger's
say
just
he was-
unable to communicate with people. They're not able
Yeah.
to reciprocate like sarcasm and
But
Just
I'm not saying
regular
Kanye
common
has
social
Asperger's.
cues.
I'm just saying.
well, I'm just letting you know what it is. That's all.
Right. But
I know
I'm
Del
just saying-
Barbero knows, but you know.
But yeah, no, I'm just saying, as far as like Kanye, I don't believe he's crazy. Does he have some kind of autism? I believe he does.
He
Okay,
knows
so
the
you say he's on the spectrum. On the spectrum. That's
Yeah,
basically
I'm not
what's the
saying,
quote.
not saying that's something negative.
No,
I'm just saying
I'm not saying that as a negative, but a lot of people say that like when you're some type of level of autistic, you're on some type of spectrum. So like there are some that is closer to like normal, and there's others that are more deeper down and that need more therapy or more care. So I'm
And
not
I
saying that
think-
disrespectful in a way neither at all. It's just explaining that for people who don't know, there's a spectrum.
right.
You know,
and
it all
as-
depends
as
where you place.
Right, and as you clearly see, once his mother was at the
young.
picture,
He was
it just
over.
leveled up on him.
Do you feel his
Yeah.
mother was also a person who thought like him, therefore making maybe her being on the spectrum too? Well, and I don't mean in a disrespectful way. I just mean like because she was able to understand him, or maybe it's just a mother thing. But you know, she's one of the very few
Well, they
people in
did
this
have
world
that
that was
connection.
able.
Like you can see the relationship. So I don't think his mom had any anything wrong with her.
Yeah,
I mean, because she was a what's it,
the
English
one that
teacher?
kept him solid too. Yeah, and the
Well, I'm
English
saying,
teacher, so
like,
to
she
be
was a-
around
she was a
kids.
English, yeah, she was
You're
a
right.
teacher.
You're right.
So I mean, she just like I mean, it's like a lot of us that have that strong bond with our mother, they know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And you
they
can
kinda
clearly
speak
see it.
to
It was
her.
documented that, like you said, she was his #1 fan. She knew his music. She knew the
Yeah.
lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And she was making him remember, because he was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't remember that." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And stuff like that that kept him solid, kept him grounded, and kept him humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
when you're
so-
doing business, you got to be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put your nuts down. You gotta put your foot down in the real world. But when you like, even on the part of Cootie said, we came back to Chicago to do music, but in reality, I think we came back was to come see Mama Donda.
Mm-hmm.
So
That was his
but
reset
to
button.
your question, no, I don't think he's crazy.
Okay. How you feel, Smoke One? Well, you think Kanye West is crazy? And then we get the double barrel after.
Of course.
I'm kind of at odds with it. I think he's misunderstood. I think that there's something mentally going on in his head, but as in crazy, no, I don't think he's crazy. It just he needs help to figure out how to express himself the way he needs to be expressed. You know, I mean, even if you look at like what he was talking about on Drink Champs, he contradicted himself through his life like 2 or 3 times. Like, and we just sit here and watched it. Like, so, you know, he's talking about he ain't a backpack rapper and this, that, and the third, and then he goes on into other things, but you know, and how money wise this and money wise that, but you know, you owe Big Sean $6 million, like,
Yeah.
You still got to square that away.
Yeah, so
Man, stop pocket
it
watching.
just kind of contradicted itself.
Man, he was the most loyal. It got nothing to do with money wise. I don't know what the money is, but come on, man. One of the most loyal ones. The only one to give him that many albums. Come on, man. Like at this point, man, you loyal that long?
I'm just saying,
That
give
ain't
him
gotta
his
come out.
masters.
You got niggas who had less loyalty get more than him.
He got
At
everybody
least-
but him get his masters.
So
That's what I
come
didn't
on,
understand.
that's what I'm saying. So like at that point, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a big minus on
Kanye,
But yeah, my bad,
If you
Smoke
didn't-
one.
Yeah,
I
if
don't
you
mean to
No,
didn't
cut
you
pay
you
me
good.
to
No,
off.
get
you
my
good. I'm done.
masters.
I'm done. You good.
So that's double barrels. He crazy? Is Kanye crazy?
Yeah.
Double barrel?
I mean, fruitier than a loon, but I mean, they say all
Yo.
they say that all geniuses are though. I mean, they say that throughout history. You know, Nikola
Yep.
Tesla died broke with nothing. You know, Edgar Allan Poe died broke with nothing. I mean, they say the most eccentric and smartest genius people are borderline crazy. So yeah, I'd say he is. I mean, you heard him rapping about taking his bipolar meds and things of that nature. Like, yeah, I believe he, you know what I mean? I believe he's certifiable. Now, is he functioning? Yes,
Yeah.
most of the time. But is he? Is he crazy? Hell yeah, that nigga
What about his antics?
reach.
You think his antics
Oh,
are crazy?
man, did you see that boy crying when he was doing that? When he was doing his political, when he was doing his run for president, talking about his dad was getting ready to abort him, and he wanted to abort Northwest, but Kim wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
That came
was
out of his
crazy.
mouth. Nobody
That
told him to
is.
say that. That came out of his mouth. He told
But
his child.
that's more of a mental issue, though,
Yeah.
of a mental health situation.
That's
more
the
than
reason
being
why
crazy.
he said he's crazy. But when you're defined as crazy, you do have some type of mental health, and you
Yeah.
need some
Yeah,
type
you
of
do, you
care.
do.
So that's
You
why by him saying that, it therefore defines what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, he's certifiably crazy. Now, I mean,
Literally, if he
not,
takes medication,
this,
by
this,
definition,
yes,
he is certifiably.
So question.
he's not a little bit touched. He's not a little bit touched. He's a whole lot of touch. You know
So
what I
let
mean?
me
No, he
let me let
wasn't
me ask you
grabbed.
this.
He
Let me
snapped.
ask you this. Let me ask you this. So if he went and got certified, got documents that he is crazy, you think
Yeah.
it's gonna be even worse? His antics?
I mean, I don't think he can
Because
go
that gives him an
anywhere.
excuse to kind of like turn up, in my opinion.
I think yes and no.
Listen. This man jumped on national TV in the middle of a American crisis and said George Bush don't like black people.
He wasn't
This-
lying. He wasn't
this
lying.
man-
But continue.
Was he lying?
No, but do you know how crazy it is to do that in the middle of
Yeah,
a national
that's
crisis?
crazy.
Nothing to do with this. This man jumped onto the stage with a underage white chick, grabbed the microphone from her, and said, "Your music video was cool, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time."
Was she lying though? Was she
I
lying?
didn't- Look, I'm not saying.
All right,
it's lying. I'm not
no,
saying-
I'm saying the information is correct.
said-
It's just the
I
problem
said-
how he does
I-
it is wrong.
I said crazy. I didn't say liar.
So that's going back to his
God.
antics. You think his antics would be turned up if he was certified?
As long as no fuck shit's happening. If there's some fuck shit happening, he's probably gonna say it. He's probably gonna say it wherever he's at, whenever he's out there. You know what I mean?
You're right.
I mean, that is true. That is true.
There's no filter there. It's what? Oh no. And then it's just spill. He'll worry about cleaning it up later.
So, what you think, Joey? Because I know you're trying to segue into something else.
No,
see you coming.
ain't no segue. I was just trying to, get our final thoughts on this, and then we take a break. But no. My whole thing on this, before we do all that, is I think by society's definition, I do think he is crazy. By their definition, I just don't think that in my definition he's crazy. It just because like I was just saying, like what he's saying is not wrong or lying to a certain degree, not everything. For the
Not
most
everything,
part, yeah, because that whole slavery is a choice. I mean, like theoretically we all have choices, but I mean, what's the other choice? Like, you're really going to go with the other choice? Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's hypocritical to say something like that, because we're humans and we look for survival no matter who we are as a situation. So that's why I was like, no. I mean, in general, it is. We all make choices, but man, it's the obvious choice to do. Like, what do you expect? But and he made it seem like it was something that it was nonchalant choice, which it really wasn't a nonchalant choice. It's real serious situation. So to me, that's what I'm saying. That not everything he says is on there, but a lot of it he do speak without feelings about it, and the problem is how he comes about it is wrong, and that's why I think is the crazy part. And maybe not as crazy, but the way he thinks is not the same the way normal society thinks.
It's like his firing order is wrong. You know, like how in your
they go backwards,
your
like
vehicle,
a mirror image.
But you know how in your vehicle, like when you start it up, it goes what 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, it's the firing order.
Yeah,
It's like his firing order. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 7, 6, 3,
So you
4,
saying he
3.
firing in all cylinders?
I'm saying he's firing.
He
in all
is,
cylinders.
but it's working different.
He's sporadic.
Yeah.
He's real sporadic about it.
Yeah.
It's not even sporadic. It's on like a regular engine. It's just it's different.
That's
all it is.
It's designed different. It's
designed different, but because it's like for it to be like sputtering. You know what I mean? You're telling me that it's missing something. It's all there. It's just the way it's wired. It's weird, but it works.
Yeah, definitely.
But you also got to think all that medication gives you a chemical imbalance too. At the end of the day.
You add that to that, and I don't know what
but the thing about it was he was doing that beforehand.
Yeah, he said he got addicted to Percocets. That was the other thing he said.
Because of his mouth, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he got addicted to it hard. That's another thing I was going to bring
probably
up.
One of the reasons why he
was acting up so crazy, man. You know how niggas get when they on that perk, bro.
On the pill, yeah.
Perk.
Ooh, monster! They turn into a hole.
Man, then they get paranoid and all that type shit, man. You know what I mean?
Telling you, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there was a lot of things that contributed to like his situation and all that. So, but yeah, that's my situation, and that's also my final take on the situation. I felt like his mom and everything was, the biggest thing. Once she disappeared and died and passed over, like he had nobody else to keep him centered. He just went wild, and he's just been keeping himself busy so that he doesn't grieve properly. Even all these years, he still hasn't stopped moving because he's afraid of actually grieving. But once he do that, I feel like he'll be better. But until then, he's just running away.
I mean, either that or he go commit suicide.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I think he's so self-conceited that he couldn't fathom the idea of taking himself out.
He's already said that he thought about it.
He has thought about it, but I don't know I don't know, and I that's just my prediction. You who knows? Yeah. I don't know nothing about this man, but as conceited as he is, I feel like nah.
So I got a question. Now that we all seen a documentary and kind of, have our takes on, how he is, do you still think that how the media paints him that he's doing everything for attention, or do you think it's really some mental issues that really need to be dealt with?
Oh no, I don't think. I mean, I think it. I believe that. I think he is seeing a therapist, right? I thought I got that part. Like, I thought he was doing therapy.
At one point, he was.
He gave up.
I think lately he just stopped going.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, I mean, I do believe that it would be in his best. It would be in his best interest if he were to see a consistent therapist.
Yeah.
Probably an older black man. Well, I mean, there's no need of sitting him down with no old white chick. He's not going to pay attention. And
comprehension. It's attention.
An old white dude. He's going to harbor feelings against.
Yeah. So what do you think? He needs a hood therapist. He needs a therapist that grew up in the struggle.
He need Bill Cosby.
Shut up.
He need Bill Cosby.
I'm being serious. Somebody that he can relate to, because I mean, they say when you can relate to your therapist, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, probably somewhere between his 50s and 60s. That is well-to-do, has his own money, and can sit down and walk through. You know what I mean?
Dr. Huxtable.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
He's telling that man to go sit down with Bill. Let me find out.
Nah, but I mean, that's only people that's gonna understand. You know what I mean? That's the only people that he's gonna be able to. He'll think he can listen to.
Bill
Cosby wasn't a therapist. He was a damn.
Yeah, what was he? He's a family orthopedic. Something.
No, he was a what do you call it?
He birth babies. What's it
Pediatric,
called?
pediatric.
He
He
helped
delivered
deliver
babies?
babies.
He was a baby
Yeah.
doctor.
Whatever.
Baby doc. Yeah.
A midwife.
Get out of here.
But yeah, you still ain't answer the question, though, Barbero. Do you think that he's doing it for
Do I think
Zeno
it's
for
for
attention?
This
You think he's
man
doing it for
here.
attention or not?
I think that could be part of it. You know what I mean? I don't think that's I don't think that's his necessary. I don't think that's his sole motive. But if it comes with it, I'll let it come. You know what I mean?
Okay, so this is my next question. Oh, go ahead, because then I got a follow up question to that. Go ahead, Smoke One.
Well, go ahead,
Because
because
of
then we
course
got to
you
wrap
do.
it up, take a break, and then
Yeah.
get to other stuff. But go ahead. Just want to give
Okay,
you a
well,
warning.
Yeah, well, me or Smoke One?
Everybody, go
No.
ahead, continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, my follow up question to that was, since a lot of these new age rappers use, the BS for rollouts, do you think he does it for rollouts too?
No.
Thunder 2 is out right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's not fully out. They said
It's
Yeah,
fully
it's
out
only-
for Kanye.
It's on
He
the
said
stem
he
player.
ain't doing nowhere else. He said he not releasing on streaming, nowhere else. The only way you can catch Donda 2, he's
It's on the
claiming,
stem player.
yes,
Yeah,
unless
that's that
somebody
player.
bootlegged it on YouTube. I have no idea, but
I'll look for it.
yeah, I'm just saying. He
Well,
says that's it because that's why he doesn't qualify to be on
Yeah, for
Billboard.
Billboard.
Well, what I was saying was they're saying that the Donda 2 is still not fully done, even though he's done the listening party. That there's still some parts.
Well,
in there that
people
need to
have
be
received a
finished up.
stem player with Donda
Yeah.
2 on it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Smoke One, hold on. Didn't you order a stem player?
Ooh,
No, I thought about it, but I didn't do
Oh,
it.
okay. I was about to
they're
say, I
like
thought you had
200
ordered.
if you go on there right now.
So yeah,
I'd like
so
that.
what do you guys believe? Do you believe that he does it for attention? And you obviously said no for the rollout, but do you think he does it for the attention?
No, but like Double Barrel said, if it comes with it, then whatever. I think he's just thinks of himself that highly.
Yeah.
Oh, we seen that.
Because
on the
it was so
documentary.
Kanye. What if Kanye did a song about Kanye? It would be Kanye. Whatever it was that shit he did that time.
It
I
was
love
freestyling.
Kanye, like I love
Yep.
Kanye.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah, we seen there, but it's always been there that that Kanye was about Kanye. We seen it
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Even when he was humble, you can still tell it's about me. It's my world. It's Kanye's world.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
The only
So
nigga
what
to
about
shoot a
you,
video
Joey
with
PC?
Jesus.
We'll finish off with you.
Well, I don't think it's any promotion or rollout or anything he's saying. I just honestly believe that he's one of those people that if you ask him a question, he gonna give you honest answers. And if you put a camera in front of him, he's gonna be Kanye.
Yeah.
So that's all it is to me. I don't feel like he got no hidden agenda. He ain't one
So
of those
no for
type
the
of
rollout.
people. No for
So what
rollout,
about
no
the
for
attention?
anything. I just think
No attention?
he is who
You don't
he
think he
is.
does attention?
I think no, I don't even think that. I think the media
Okay.
is the one searching for the attention to get Kanye, and they're trying to make
Yeah.
stories and they're trying to get people to come watch because they know he sells.
Well,
Yeah.
the
I mean,
media's
look
always
at
gonna
him.
spin. They're always gonna spin their narrative, so we know that.
So
But that's
so
what I'm saying. Now
it's
seeing
all
the
for views.
documentary, that's what I'm saying. But now seeing the documentary and the back footage that Kuti and Sheikah put out, that's what I'm saying. Like the narrative that we know the media to put out. Do you think that now is like, well, y'all seem like y'all just shitting on this man now?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that they just shitting on him. I think the basic situation, in my opinion, is this: if you put a camera and mic in front of Kanye, he's gonna speak his mind. And the media's job is to get stories. So if they just do their part by putting the camera in front of his face, it's just a perfect mixture for disaster. And it is what it is. And that's basically it. They both exploiting, they're both nonchalant doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's how it feels like to me.
So it's a give and go.
But yeah, because one side that's their job to get all this information and all this gossip, and then on the other side, if you put a camera or a mic in front of him and ask him a question, he's gonna answer it to you. He's not fake, so that's what you're gonna get. And
Well,
that's
I
what feel
never
like he's always
thought he
gonna
came
do.
off. I never thought he came off as fake. I just sometimes is it for the attention? Like, what are you really trying to get? That's really what it is.
Yeah.
He's just
It can be good.
controversial, But yeah, man, we're gonna wrap this up here right now. We're gonna take a quick break. Get some snacks. roll up some sponsorship, and play a little something music. Know what I mean? And we'll be right back with some current events. Yeah.
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 All right, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, everybody got their snacks, got their little boo boo break in, all that. You know what I'm saying? Smoking a little blunt, all that. You know what I'm saying? We in there. We in there. So, we're gonna kick this second segment of sports / current events because we're gonna segue into everything. We're gonna start off with Calvin Ridley. Well, Calvin Ridley is the wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons that had got hit for gambling, not shaving points, not nothing really illegal, but just more of like a breach of contract, I guess, regulations of the rules for the league.
Oh yes.
So, story is he was at home I guess he was injured or he was off, and he just bet that his team would win. So the man wasn't playing, so you can't say he cheated. He just sitting at home, made a $1,500 bet, which is, I guess, against league rules, and he just got hit with it. I guess FanDuel, whoever it was that he plays a bet with, notified the league once they realized who it was that placed the bet. So the league suspended the man for a year, and yeah, that's really about it. So, we'll see Smoke One's opinion on this one. We'll start off with him.
All right. The nigga's stupid. You knew the motherfucking rules, and you went and did it anyways, like you wasn't gonna get caught. You making millions of dollars, and you gonna play a $1,200 and win and to lose millions. You an idiot.
Remember, yeah, 1,500 cost him 11 mil for the season. You think that was
you
a smart
fired
bet?
for that, bro? That's not
Just
even
bet
smart.
with your friends.
That's
Yeah,
Bet
you
with
should've
some
had a
friends that
home
don't
like
even, they're not even on a team. Like that was a talk.
Yeah, I would have got a civilian that I kicked away and be like, "Yo, place this bet for me. I cut you in."
Yeah, I mean,
Something.
any of that would work. I mean, that just let you know another case of niggas niggering it up. You know what I mean?
But also, if you think about it, that you could risk the risk of old buddy exposing you.
Yeah.
I mean, even if nobody exposed you, it could have been no worse than what's going on right now.
I don't know. I think an exposed like that with the proof that you made the bet for that man, I think it probably would have been worse.
Yeah, they said he made less than 10 bets, including some on the Falcons in November 2021. The betting activity triggered a year-long suspension by the NFL on Monday. Earlier in the year. While sidelined from the Falcons for a non-football illness, Ridley visited Florida and used a mobile device to make long shot 3, 5, and 8 game parlays wagers through the Hard Rock Sportsbook in late November, according to a person with direct knowledge of the situation.
Yeah.
The person spoke on condition of anonymity and because of the sensitivity of the matter. After the news broke, Ridley posted to his Twitter account, "I bet $1,500 total. I don't have a gambling problem." So that's basically what they're saying right now.
I don't see it as a gambling problem under 10 bets.
Yeah, that's what
the
he's
only.
saying. And that's a
So-
collective
More than
least the max 10 bets. So it's not like it was one bet that was that much money, because then that would be like, that's weird.
So my
Yeah.
question is to you guys also. Do you think the suspension is just due, or you think that's a little excessive?
So
A whole year.
It's
I
definitely
mean,
a
he could be
deterrent.
cheap, bro.
excessive,
It's
but it is a
definitely a
deterrent.
deterrent.
Well,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Everybody gonna be like, you know what? Not worth it for me.
Yeah.
He gonna be setting
He
an example.
Pete Rose.
Oh, I mean, I'm
right
not
there.
giving him a pass. Saying what he did was acceptable. I mean, to each their own at the end of the day, like we're saying. But I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you
no,
think
but
a
the
whole year-
punishment,
a whole year?
is gonna be him taking the whole brunt of the. He's gonna be put accountable. He is gonna be the scapegoat. They're gonna punish him to the max.
So he's the
They're
example.
gonna to deter, like Double Barrel said, other players from doing the same. He's gonna be setting as an example.
He'll
Point
be
period.
yeah.
I mean, he's not the only one that's gotten caught betting, but I mean, like I said, he could be Pete Rose right now. What can he do? Nothing. He actually got off easy.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, they did say he can bet on any other sport while he's still in the league or while the season's going. Like he can bet
Yeah.
on anything else besides football. Obviously, I guess with
He got
the
off
rules.
easily because Pete Rose was betting for himself to win, not to shave points, for himself to win, and he can't even get into the Hall of Fame right now, and he got kicked out of baseball for that. So you got to think about that. Like he got off easy.
So you think Pete Rose was a what? You think his was worse than Pete Rose?
Oh yeah, but no. Pete Rose
No.
was worse in my opinion. Because he
Yeah,
bet for
he was
himself
betting on-
playing an actual game.
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
Yeah. He would the games that
Well, then that's
Calvin
different. I mean,
Ridley
yeah,
bet.
that's why you can't get in the Hall of Fame. I mean, you was in the middle of the shit for real, for real.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Calvin
not
Ridley,
shaving
that's
points
different.
to
That's
win.
yeah.
Yeah,
win.
but he wasn't shaving. He just made his bet and his parlays, and he didn't. No, obviously nobody else on the team is getting in trouble for it.
Yeah.
So one like
No.
he had, niggas on the team with on the deal and shit.
Yeah. All right.
So
So basically, he a dumbass for even
yeah,
betting
at the end of the day,
and messing around with millions of dollars. That's the end of the day. So we gonna wrap this up.
Yeah,
We're gonna go to the next topic. Brittany
Next
Griner is literally stuck in Russia due to being at the airport and they confiscated some THC cartridges. So
Double
we're
barrel.
gonna see what y'all think.
Another case of niggas niggering it up. Niggas all over America just
Yo!
niggering it up. Now, like I tell you, man, there's a certain place and certain time for everything. And I'm one with being cool. I know if you smoke, you trying to get your little puff on, have all the way across the world. And I know you know this, but you can't be that stupid to where you be ready to list life, limb, and everything you ever know over some fucking hash oil in a vape. I mean, this is ridiculous to the niggas niggering it up, man. It ain't gonna be me. I'm just gonna take this a vape on the lines, and they never gonna catch me. I'm too slick. Now look at a dumbass over a fucked up. And it's a lucky thing that hopefully maybe in Russia they still go abide by the same rules, like guys and girls with girls. So maybe she's the big dog on the yard for the next 10 years. But that's the only good thing that'll come out of this outlook. That'd be the only thing that saves
he
her.
said the
Because-
big dog in the yard.
Well,
I
what,
mean,
like 7'1", 7'2"?
she is a lesbian, so yes, she would
Yeah,
be.
she's stud. So
with,
they still put her there with
yeah.
the girls. So
I
that'll be the only thing to save her. But besides that, life sucks, man. You went from being a multi-millionaire out here going from state to state, city to city, country to country. You a star to now they let you out on the yard when they want you to. Or, man, it ain't no telling what and they in a war too. In the middle of a wartime, you decide to pull this bullshit.
Yeah, that's the dumb part.
It ain't like you're like it's a regular part of time, and we can probably negotiate something for her release or something, because it took a little bit to go get LaMelo Ball or Jamello or Jello, whichever one of them ball boys.
Jello.
Whichever one of them balls boy went over to China.
Leangelo. It's Leangelo.
But he said over a little bit, and we wasn't at war with them. They wasn't losing the war. They didn't have no problem. You went to the one station in the world right now that every time you turn on the TV, they come up.
Well,
Every time you turn on the TV, you come up. So I would have been scared to go over and play ball. Nonetheless, go over and take no 10, 20 vape pens. You just fucking up.
Well, I agree with you on the pens, but here's the thing. She goes to Russia because she plays for a team in Russia.
Team over there.
And the team over there is her main job, because what she makes in Russia is millions. And in the United States, she gets a supermax in the WNBA that is roughly $400,000 a year.
So that's even worse.
Guaranteed. So just letting people know that like this is where she goes her main job. It's not her first year there. This is her main source of income. She gets paid millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what she
mean,
was at on the off season of the
I mean,
WNBA.
I mean, sister income is
Wait,
good.
228,000 was
What?
reportedly.
Yeah. So, god damn, it's literally. I don't want to just go out of judgment, but if she did this, let me say it that way. If she did this and they didn't place it on her, she fucking up.
Yeah.
You fucking up. If they didn't place this in her bag or anything, just to try to keep, somebody over there with U.S. credentials, somebody they can bargain with, blah 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 blah.
But I think that
You
was on
fucking
her personal. I believe is how
Yeah.
what they said. So it wasn't even on her bag. She had it.
and I'm just gonna. That's why I said, let me say it like it, just in case,
I could be
if it comes
wrong.
out.
I could be wrong, but yeah, you're right. That's just
Be fucking up. I ain't no if, ands, or buts about it. It's nigger shit right there. What she
Yeah,
just pulled.
he's niggering it up. Just niggering it up. Niggas just niggering
Yeah,
it
that's
up.
fucked up though. Like you
It is.
100%.
Yeah,
You
I
should have paid
mean,
attention. It's kind of like Jewels when he was
yeah.
going through customs, TSA, with a fucking gun. Like, yo, y'all wildin', man. Y'all
Yeah,
wildin'.
yeah. And
And if y'all
TSA
don't
don't be
remember,
playing.
man, the people that y'all supposed to be your personal assistants paying attention to this, they fucking up. Because they should have checked your
Yeah.
bag, make sure everything was good, because they know you crazy. If you one of them crazy people that do what you want, man, you know your personal assistant and all them people that work for you need to be paying attention to you. That's
Yeah.
all.
That's right.
It is what it is, and you know what I mean. And since we talking about Brittany Griner and the whole thing with Russia, actually, since we're in sports, how do you guys feel about this whole news alert? Loso, talk to us about football. What was going on?
okay. So if y'all haven't heard, apparently your boy Russell Wilson from the Seattle Seahawks had got signed to the Denver Broncos. That's one news alert that happened this week. But the super news break that happened earlier today, if y'all have not heard, Tom Brady is not retiring.
Yeah.
That is official, and he will be returning to his 23rd season to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So that's gonna be interesting. I mean, that'll be interesting for everybody at hand because you had everybody going for vying for their positions because Tom Brady was gone. Uh, the whatever names dropped the kitchen sink on getting Aaron Rodgers over there. You had, I mean, just through a state of ridiculousness where you like, damn.
I mean, if you want to say ridiculous, I'm not picking up Aaron Rodgers. That's the Titans.
Oh man, that's what we wanted. We was dreaming for.
Oh, yo,
Nah,
wait, you said what?
nah. Reports is y'all was not interested in Rodgers. Y'all was
Man, they was
keeping
man, they
Tannehill.
was man.
That was the report from the
That
office.
that
I
was
won't
the
hear that
face
shit.
card.
Yeah.
That was the face card. If that nigga came in the door, we get ready to give that nigga a house for that nigga. We get ready to give him everything for that boy, man.
But yes, but also before the official news, rumor was that earlier this week circulating that Brady was supposedly interested in going to Smoke One's team. And that's interesting to me because he is a Brady hater. So how does that work? How does that work, sir?
I'm
Would
not
you have a
listening.
Brady jersey?
man.
Trying to
This is
catch
Smoke
over
One.
here,
This is
man.
Smoke One over here. I'm interested in Smoke One. It's on you, sir.
Yeah, I'm a Brady hater, am I?
Ooh.
Bray, ooh.
I mean, you talk
Where are
about
the
Brady like
facts
you
to
talk
that?
about LeBron.
Where are the facts to that?
Uh-huh.
Whenever they say Brady's the best, who do you say?
Joe Montana.
Oh, thank you then.
So
Continue.
how's that? Because I say
That's
like
not
that.
hating. That's his opinion.
That man's a
Yeah.
hater.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
continue though.
Okay. Okay. So I'm asking you a question. How's that hating?
Because you a hater. Because you can't admit that Brady is the best
No, I
of
can't.
this era. I said this
No.
era.
Oh, you one of them. Everybody gets.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Everybody
Good
do
job.
get an error. That's what Jordan said.
Everybody do get an era.
No, you give
So
everybody a
you
trophy.
think Brady? You think Montana's better than all time than Brady?
Yeah.
Me too.
Three of those was during cheating. They was getting other teams' plays. Okay.
I mean, they
He
did cheat
shouldn't have
against the
beat
Jets.
He shouldn't have beat the Falcons. The Falcons beat themselves, so you don't get credit for somebody losing and you just kind of come up on it. No, you don't get credit for that. Sorry. So actually,
What's the number one defense for Jordan's defense on him being the greatest? If you go to a girl's house and you go 6 times
he scored
and you
6
smash 6 times, you're the greatest, right? Everybody say that, right? So what?
Yeah.
It's 4 for 4.
Like Wendy's.
I'm
you know what I'm saying?
looking at it
You
like, I'm not
know,
even-
Tom
I'm
Brady
not
is
even-
7-2. So you know.
Tom
You
Brady
right.
has controversy.
So I don't
behind
know.
his
That's
thing.
what
Is he a great
we looking at the
quarterback?
same
Yeah.
standards. He definitely has to be up there. Supposedly, you know, because as a Jets
say he's
fan,
number
I'd say
2.
fuck Tom Brady, but you know,
I say he's number 2, but he has controversy behind like 4 Super Bowls. Like, come on, bro. You don't know.
reading the plays.
I mean, if you
football,
break it down, like if you break it down,
deflated.
then yeah, he could be number
Sit
2.
here all day talking about it.
Uh-uh. Out of all of that, and then at least 2 of them, you wasn't even supposed to win. The other team lost.
You couldn't even beat Eli Manning. What the?
Come on, bro.
How you going to the Hall of Fame? You can't even
And
beat
I'ma
Eli
use this-
Manning.
I'm gonna use this as
Not
a
even,
baseball
not
term.
even Peyton. It's Eli.
Yeah,
That man got a
I'm
handful
gonna
of
use
rings,
this-
man.
because I'm a baseball player and everything. Just because the team has 9 errors, don't mean that other team was better. You had 9 fucking errors. You let them win. You didn't. You didn't really beat them. If they'd have made the plays, it was over with. Now, yeah, do you go? Well, they didn't make the play. Blah 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 blah. But you don't take credit for some of us older
They
cats.
still
Y'all
got
kids,
them.
listen in. Kids, listen in. You don't take credit for shit you were supposed to do.
What?
Don't take credit for shit you were supposed to do. That's just like saying I'm a good daddy. You supposed to be a good motherfucking daddy.
Ooh, I think Double Barrels disagree with you on that one.
He can do it all motherfucking day he want to, but he's still gonna be wrong.
Man, no.
Don't let a man talk to you like that, Double Barrels.
Yes.
Man. This is Tom Brady we're talking
Easy,
about.
yeah.
This is not run of the mill person. This is not Peyton Manning. This ain't even Big Ben. This is Tom Brady. This man literally has won over all of your best people year in and year out. Give that man his respect, man. Don't let him get down here now just because you salty. I mean,
I
who's
said he's number 2.
how do?
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana couldn't throw a pass over 40 yards.
Are you willing to die on that ledge?
You 4 for 4?
Yards,
Are
yards
you
after
willing to
catch
down
don't
that
count.
ledge?
Yards after counts don't care. Yes.
Are you
yards
willing
after
to
catch,
down that
yards after
ledge?
catch, yards after catch. He just happened to have Jerry Rice, who would catch the ball and doing a slant, then run 30 yards.
Are you
Right.
willing to die on that ledge?
If he had the best receiver ever, he could have did the exact same thing, Chris. But the thing about Tom Brady is he did not. He did not. He had Randy Moss 1 year, and they made a whole broke all Jerry.
You only
Rice
had
was
Bill
already-
Belichick, you know, the
And guess
greatest
what?
coach, supposedly.
Hey,
and
Bill
fit
Walsh-
his system.
Bill Walsh was a hell of a
His
Come
system.
on, man.
Bill Walsh is
He's
my
the
coach.
West
Bill
Coast.
Walsh
He's
is
a-
number 1. Bill Walsh is number 1. He's right.
Did you
Bill
hear what
Walsh
he
is number 1.
said? He's been
He's right.
brainwashed.
No, allegedly. They claim he is the greatest because he has the most rings as a coach.
No, Bill Walsh is number 1 because Bill Belichick took from Bill Walsh, which is my ex-coach.
And again, I'm not saying that. He just got more rings. So he got the most
Yeah.
rings of a coach. Everybody claims that he's the greatest coach. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
guess-
saying it. I air
and
quote
guess
because I'm a
who's-
Jets fan. I don't like nothing from up there at all. Nothing.
And I'm just saying it like is. I'm just gonna put it in perspective. Whose system was he in? Ours. Does Tom Brady throw for many 40-yard touchdowns? No.
He
He
loved
throws
his slant
short
players.
passes.
At the
Short
beginning, he did.
passes.
At the beginning, he
10
did.
and 15. 10 and 15 is
Bro,
how
look at
Tom
his
Brady
greatest wide receivers. They're all slant players. Wes
Slant
Welker,
players, slot
Yeah,
receivers.
yeah.
slot receivers. That's his
Next.
game.
Next.
So basically, what you're telling me is
Short
Tom Brady
pass,
took
too.
Took Joe Montana style and turned it all the way up.
He
Nope.
he in a way,
He had
but
to
he
cheat.
didn't go perfect. He didn't go 4
He
for
had
4.
to cheat.
And he
And
cheated.
guess what?
You don't have
I
to
like
did
the way
cheat
he
against
He
Jerry
stole
Rice.
play. He stole
I like the way
signals.
he said he had Jerry Rice.
Jerry
the
Rice, the
first-
greatest.
The
He had
first
Jer-
one, He didn't have Jerry Rice. He didn't have Jerry Rice the first one. No, he did not.
I didn't say it, but he had him all the rest of the time.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
He did his thing.
Yes, he did.
That attracted Jerry.
I mean, when
So
you get
they
Jerry,
helped each other out.
Yeah, because then he got with Steve Young.
In a running error.
Then Steve Young took over.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Steve Young had he took over in 91, 92, and then Joe Montana came back at Kansas City and whooped that ass.
Yeah, I said he went to the Chiefs. He ended his career.
Yep. He came and whooped that ass for the 49ers.
They was in that era that they waited till they got to the end of the career and then got paid.
Yep.
Even if it was from another team, you know what I mean?
Yep. So again, Tom Brady's gotten caught cheating 3 times.
Oh my God! We're gonna talk about a little Aaron for football. Are we fucking serious?
The Falcons were the better team, and all they had to do was run the ball.
He wanted to play. I think about Super Bowl
4 times. 4.
Oh my gosh!
Were you thinking double barrel?
For some other
I
team
think we're making up a whole lot of excuses.
No excuse here.
I think we're making a whole lot of excuses.
No excuse here.
I'm gonna tell you what I can. I'm gonna tell you what I can read. I can read the name on them trophies.
Hey.
Read the name
And
on
half
them
of the
parties.
time,
I know whose name's on them parties.
Yeah, half of the time they gave him the trophy for the MVP and all that, and he wasn't even the MVP.
All right, so I got a question. What if if he wins this year coming back? Let's say hypothetical, Tom Brady come back, boom, another Super Bowl, another MVP to add to his trophy room.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you change your stance?
Hold on.
Yeah.
The same is an answer to that question.
Actually, yes.
My answer to that is it's already been answered for me whenever he went to Tampa Bay the first year without Belichick, because I questioned it.
False.
I even said if he wins this season without Belichick, does that solidify Brady?
No.
And in my opinion, it kind of gave him a ledge up.
Kind of, but not really, because he bought players that knew the system, that knew him. They knew each other. He didn't go 12. He had Rob. He had Rob Gronkowski.
Like Smoke One said, that team was already on the brink of playoffs anyways.
They were with the defense. They just didn't have the offense.
So this is the thing.
Bad quarterback.
Hold on. So this is the thing. How you gonna get mad because they picked Brady to come down here and he bought 2 pieces with him?
But that's his comfortable pieces. When you go back and look at the stats, he passed to them roughly about 75 to 80% of the time.
But let me ask you this.
So clearly he's comfortable with them. He didn't go with new wide receivers to come in and do something.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter because he has a rapport with them. Bro, we've never played before. We don't know how we are. Ask an athlete. Ask anybody who's played sports. They'll tell you that.
Not necessarily.
Sometimes they don't even mesh. Look at all these super teams that they build in the NBA. They don't even mesh.
It's the egos.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Brady knows how to build a system. You can't be mad on that part because Brady knows
I'm not mad. I'm just saying in general. So, like,
because this is the thing. Hold on. Let me ask you this. So, this whole rumor about LeBron wanting to go play with his son. So, niggas is thinking like this. So, whoever recruits Bronny is pretty much recruiting Bron.
That's true.
So, that's the same shit.
All he's gonna do is 1-year deals when it gets close to time.
It doesn't matter how long it is. It's still the same shit. You're recruiting Bronny to get Bron, because he already said wherever my son goes, I'm going. So
but his son is not an all-time player that,
He plays with his son, though.
So you compare Bronny to Rob Gronkowski and all his other comfort blankets.
You put all 3 of the ball.
I don't make no sense to me.
What is this even about?
Exactly. It don't make no sense to me. That's why I'm confused.
He done segue into
I just asked him a simple question. I'm still on the Brady shit.
Bro, all I asked was if he wins again, does he consider the greatest at that point? Smoke One said yeah, and I'm like, okay. And if you do win, in my opinion, you got 8 rings now. You're 8-2.
But I already said that it already was answered the first season he went to Tampa, and you're saying no because he bought 2 pieces with him.
In my opinion, no. I mean,
They were
Y'all are
already
wild.
playoff bound. Number one. The only reason they
Y'all
didn't go to the
wild.
playoffs
You
was
wild,
because
bro. It was the same team the next season that lost.
you doing that, and you need to do this.
Go ahead, bro, because it's still the same team you're going
Doing
to talk
this,
about. But go
and you
ahead.
need to do
Go ahead.
this.
Go ahead. It's the same
Okay,
team you're talking about.
Tampa Bay was already going to the playoffs if their damn quarterback wasn't throwing 5 interceptions a game. They were better than half the teams that they played. Okay, this is the reason why I think I should have a little bit better quarterback, because if I have somebody that doesn't throw the ball away or give it up, I'm going to the Super Bowl. I'm better than the Rams. I should have had one last year too. I'm better than them. So, therefore, when you get Tom Brady to come over there, would I be a Tom Brady hater? I'm not a Tom Brady hater. Don't let this nigga talk y'all into some shit because he always like to run his trap saying this, that, and the third about Chris. No, I don't hate Tom Brady. I'm going to put it in perspective of what it is. He's number 2. He's not number 1.
But if he wins this season, he'll be
I'll
one.
give it to him then. If he wins this year, yeah.
That's double than what Joe Montana got.
Yeah. If he gets it this year, yeah. Because like I said, you got caught cheating. They should have done kicked y'all's asses up out of there. You shouldn't even had a chance to go. You shouldn't even had a chance to go nowhere. They should have kicked it out of here.
They got the ball boy in trouble instead.
Yeah. Oh, well, the footballs, this and that, the third. Well, all teams do that. We all know this. So I ain't going to get you on the footballs. But then you going to give Atlanta credit. Atlanta should have won the ball game. All they had to do was run the ball 4 more times, boys. Can y'all count that? 4. 4 more times. The game's over. But you know what they wanted to do? Getting a knockout, drag out, and it went to the wire. And that's what it was. All they had to do was run 1, 2, 3, 4. Game's over. They gave it away. You don't get credit for something it's a simple mess up. You don't take credit for that as a ball player. You just be like, yeah, we won, but they better than us. Yeah. Yes, they are. They were better than y'all. But y'all beat them.
They fumbled it.
Fumbled it up.
So there's still a W. You still got to get credit for that.
You get credit for it, but you ain't out here hooping and hollering like, oh my God, it's the greatest comeback of all time. Fuck that.
Not to say the greatest comeback, but yeah, he won the game. He deserved it.
No.
Because they did fumble it. So you fumbling the ball, of course, you're going to end up catching up. I mean, that's the obvious thing. You can't fumble and let Brady come back.
Well, it looks like y'all going to agree to disagree because neither one of y'all going to change our stance and all that. So we're going to move forward and we're going to talk about current events. Since we are in current events, let's talk about any new info coming out from the whole Russia attacking Ukraine. So we have new reports. Reynaud shot and killed, and he's an American journalist. We have multiple bombings. What are your takes on the whole new information going on?
Well,
I want to start off.
I'll start off. You can obviously tell Putin is not really succeeding too much in the war because reports are saying that he's only taking over one major city. You know what I'm saying? You find a bunch of civilians, half the military you done destroyed. So
yeah.
But now that you've been seen using cluster bombs and vacuum bombs to now bombing a children's hospital. So to what point do you consider Putin hitting war crimes now, getting charged with them? Because all they're doing is sanctioning them. They're cutting off all the money supplies. But at the same time, he got everybody scared, which I don't understand. You can give Ukraine all the bazookas and tanks and everything else, but you can't give them planes without causing Putin to go haywire. Like I'm not understanding that.
Well, Putin fuck around, shoot one of them planes down, and then there'd be an incident. This motherfucker.
Well, they say Russia supposedly, in response to the whole getting sanctions and stuff, they have made piracy legal. I don't mean pirate as in pirate ships. I mean as in bootleg in video games, music, movies. They allow you to do it now. It's legal now. So they're saying, oh, you want to tax us? So anything that comes from the West, you guys can have for free if you guys can hack it.
Yeah.
So that's their response to that too. So that's crazy.
Which I don't understand that. I mean, so was he saying that in Russia only the piracy is legal?
Yeah, they could anything in
Basically.
Russia. If you make bootlegs, it's illegal, and you can do it as much as you want.
Well, I mean, when you got no supplies, I mean, what else you gonna do for entertainment? You already cut everything else out. You only have one media news outlet reporting what's going on. No Facebook, no nothing else. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it's gotta have some kind of entertainment. People are going crazy over there, bro. They ain't got no money. They can't even eat a goddamn cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
they closed
they're
it all.
cut off hard. Like so. I mean, to me, I mean, what else you got to do?
Trying to
I'm
make
pretty
them
sure
more
they've been
comfortable.
doing that. I'm sure there's computer hackers in Russia that have been doing that. So
Yeah.
I guess it's just a statement of letting the U.S. know all your shit is being piracy and there's nothing you can do about it. And if you do, I'm nuking you. I guess I don't know. I didn't understand that one.
Yeah, that one was a little weird. Not gonna front. But yeah, that's weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like that is a weird topic to be going through. You know, like the people over there, we don't even know what they're going through, their effects in their day-to-day lives. We only hear rumors or reports about things that we don't know whether that's true or not. So, you know, we all talk about Ukraine and also because they are getting attacked, but you know, prayers and you know for Russia too, for the civilians who you know are also dealing with the backlash from the situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 'cause like Chris, like Smoke once said, you know, in the last pod, you know, not all Russians that are in Russia are bad people. You know, they're caught in the middle of it too, because there's reports before Putin cut all the media out that there were certain Russians protesting too.
Yeah.
So like now Putin made it to where any media person besides the one that's running, if you get caught, you're getting 15 years.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
people, there's videos of news radio stations, news stations where people are just walking out in the middle of doing a report. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're letting you know the world know, hey, you know we're not agreeing with what Putin's doing, and just because Putin is not agreeing with it, you're liable to spend the rest of your life in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's
They
It's a
down
communist
bad.
country.
yeah.
They down
I mean
bad.
So like it just sucks for the Russians also at the same time because like Smoke One said, everybody's about the Ukrainians, but you also got to think about the Russians over there that have nothing to do with nothing. They're
Yeah.
suffering. Their economy's broke. They have no stock market right now. Like
Yeah, they
they're
pulled
saying
like
that
over
their money's
700
not even
American
worth a
countries.
penny.
Yeah,
Like
they
their
took
money's not
like
even worth a
700
penny in the
kids.
U.S. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a bad situation on both ends, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, what do you think, Double Barrel?
I think they're in a situation that nobody can really help. There's actually been news. I heard shit that they said Putin had like a terminal ill disease and he planned on taking as many people with him as he could.
I did hear that also before. I don't know how true that is, but I did hear.
I mean, I
mention of that.
don't, but I mean that makes more sense than anything else that I can even put together because, I mean, what he's doing is he's applying, going about life with reckless abandonment. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't care what happens to him. He doesn't care what happens to his country. Everybody's going down, and he has no plans. It looks like to turn around. So
Mhm.
No, but they also saying he's trying to get all them countries that are like independent nations, like Ukraine, back into the USSR, back
I
trying
mean,
to
that's cool,
make
but
the
at what,
Soviet Union grow back out as big as
but
it
at a
was.
detriment to who? I mean, it's not. I mean, and from what I can see of the Ukraine, it doesn't look like anything that you just really needed to have on your side. You know what I mean? I can understand.
They
if
want
it
it
was-
for the resources. Ukraine has a
What?
lot of resources.
Yeah,
What
they're number
reason?
two,
Minerals,
number one in a lot of things. Nuclear waste,
marbles.
raw
Uh-huh.
materials.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
they're number one in a lot of stuff. But at the same time, but for what? Why are you sitting there?
Yeah, like
A lot of people are also saying that he just don't want the influence of NATO and the western side on Ukraine. because he
Just
wants
that
to like
neck,
they don't
yes.
want the democracy because
Yeah.
they're saying that Ukraine has slowly built into a democratic state.
Yeah. So I mean,
I mean,
it's
we touched on the last episode on the first one. We also did make a promise because Ukraine was building up a lot of nuclear nukes, and we
Yeah.
promised them if they stopped that we would protect them because they said that they were afraid of Russia invading their country again one more time because they
yeah.
always have. This is not the first time. So that's why they
No,
were so afraid of that. We said, you know what? If you stop doing this, we will promise to protect you and give you a chance to maybe join us in the UN. And that's the reason why they did it. So now that they're being attacked, Ukraine feels like, okay, we did our end of the bargain. We didn't build no more nuclear material or warheads. So you guys should be defending us right now. And unfortunately, they're not. And that's the whole argument too.
And that's just because we've been threatened by nuclear war too.
We've been threatened not to do nothing, or
Yeah.
yeah, because he's
else.
got
Yeah.
1,500 nukes just laying around.
I mean,
If they had of put them in the UN like right then, I don't think he would have done it. But that's what it should have been. The legislature, whatever, should have been up on us removing this. Then we are part of the union, and then after that, then we would have been all right, I guess.
yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. Back in 2014, the president of Ukraine, not the current president, but the previous president,
Yeah.
was supposed to join NATO. And at the last minute, he was already approved by the EU and the UN. And he was pretty much ready to sign the papers, and he ended up backing out and signing with Putin. So then Ukraine went into like a democracy and pretty much overthrew his ass. Like they went into an uproar because that's not what they wanted. They wanted to join NATO.
Yeah.
The country themselves wanted to be their independent nation. They want that. They want their own, their own laws and their own government. So Putin don't want that. And now that you got the new president of Ukraine, that's what he wants. He wants to join NATO. And like Joey said, I kept my end of the bargain. What's up? So now you got Poland's like, yo, I'll supply you with airplanes, but we're gonna take them to Germany and let the U.S. give them to you. And the U.S. is like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with that. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? They're put in a tight situation. It's kind of shitty too.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't really much that we can do in this situation but sit back and counter react, which really sucks more than anything because,
Yep.
As being us, we like to go in, drop a bomb, boom, blow that ass up, it's over, American heroes. But now, the way they got our hands tied, we just have to sit back and wait for them to do that. Then we wait for them to do that, then do this. Like, that can't be.
We all know the solution. We all know that Kyle Rittenhouse's mama got to drive him to Ukraine and get rid of Russia. He needs to go fight the forces. All right, he needs to go defend America.
You stupid.
America.
Shit in the house.
Oh my God! Well, since I'm
put that back signal out there.
Since I'm over here talking about drama, controversy, and all that, I think it's a perfect timing to speak about Loso's favorite topic of current events. And we're going to speak about his favorite celebrity. And who is he? None other, Jesse Smollett. So tell us about your BFF. Go ahead.
Man, that's gotta be Double Barrel. I need you to say it one more time. That's
Jesse
niggas
Smollett.
doing what? That's
Jesse
niggas doing what?
Niggas niggering it up. Niggas out here
Exactly.
niggering it all up.
Exactly.
claims-
How you gonna tell on your stupid ass self? Smoke one. I agree with you 100% on this. What is it you tell me all the time?
Shut the fuck up.
Exactly. That's all that man had to do. Just shut the fuck up with your stupid ass.
Supposedly, when he was sentenced, he got up, he screamed that, he wasn't right, he didn't do this. and that he's not suicidal or something bad happens to him, he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Bro,
And,
you're doing the most.
so that's what he's screaming out his outburst in the courtroom. So that's why we're bringing up the topic. Like, how you guys feeling on this whole thing?
Yo, from day one, this man has been doing the most. He just needs to shut the fuck up. Take that L, go sit down. You going to the booty house, and you on that side of the field. You should be happy. Shit, I'm gonna knock your ass loose. So
Man, I'm telling you, man, going to Subway late at night is very dangerous. You gotta be careful, guys.
man.
The odds of you getting hurt is very high, apparently, to his story.
Well, I want to know, did he go to Subway after the bathhouse and doing cocaine and smoking weed and sucking dick? Like,
I don't know, but like, all I know is there's multiple footlongs being in the story, so I don't know what's going on. Footlongs at Subway, footlongs at the bathhouse. This is all over the place. I don't know.
Say it ain't so.
Pause. No homo on this whole part.
Man, oh man.
Yo.
Jesse Smollett, bro, doing demos for no reason since the beginning of the story. He told one story to begin with, goes to court, throws somebody under the bus, tells another shit that we didn't even know where this bathhouse came from.
Man.
So, like,
well,
and now your last statement before taking it into the big house is, if something happens, I didn't do it. Man, if you don't take your stupid ass on somewhere, bro, take your stupid ass on somewhere, man. Like, you stupid. You doing the most for no reason.
Peon, right? The word I was taught. Peon.
Simp, all that.
Oh man, but yeah, man, that's basically the report on that.
Yeah.
I figured y'all wanted to know. So, in our last topic, and save the best for last but not least, we want to give congratulations to Missy Misdemeanor Elliott, okay, for being the only woman to go 6 albums reach certified platinum. So we definitely want to, appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah.
Golf clap.
Oh yeah. So yeah, how y'all feel about that? You think she's well deserved for that award?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Prestigious honoring that she did, a milestone.
Yo,
She's been doing her thing for a long time. Yeah.
LA's put a lot of people on and a lot of people in position to make a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of writing songs that people don't even realize she's done put out there that she didn't even sing. That put other people on. Like, she one of the best. The videos, I always liked the videos. It was always off the wall. Entertaining. She was always entertaining. She always
big old black hefty bag. Nah, I mean,
what the? Oh.
And she can rhyme. Shit, she always had fly beats that were, a little ahead of its time sometimes. And she, I mean, just got to give her flowers. I mean, she was nice. She's still nice.
Definitely. So yeah, no, that definitely was good award. It was definitely certified by RIAA, RIAA. In case you didn't know, they're the official people when it comes to these albums and certifications. So definitely, round of applause for her. What's a couple of your honorable mentions that you guys like of songs of Missy?
Oh man. Zakatomi's dope.
Get your freak on.
The song she's got with SWV.
Yeah.
Off the Booty Call album, that was a fly song. That was
super duper fly. Yeah.
The Rain.
It's my wonder.
Get your freak on.
Yeah.
Work
what's
it.
that one with the breakdancing?
Yeah, that was Work. What was it?
Yeah.
With the little girl that she put that little white girl on from the Disney Channel.
Work it.
Yep. Work it.
That damn what was that shit with Monica? No Monica.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that
was
on the
dope.
verses.
That was that slap. That was that slap.
She was on Ladies Night with Kim and all them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely did her thing. So definitely
got a lot of
respect to the
stats.
queen.
As a matter of fact, I always say Busta and her always should, you know what I'm saying, be a dope versus.
That
He's
would be a
actually,
dope versus.
He is actually on her very first album.
Oh, good to know. But yeah, they definitely got music together. So, but
Yeah, he
that would
does.
definitely be a good battle in my opinion because they definitely got so much to pull from, so much catalog and everything. So you definitely
Yeah.
right on that one.
Oh yeah.
You got anything to add to that, Smoke One?
No, that's pretty clear cut and dry. She's
How about you,
queen.
Double Barrel?
Salute the queen, man. She, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Had to see
All
it happen.
right. So it looks like we're gonna wrap this episode up. Now I mean episode 2, current events, done dizzle. We're gonna holler back at y'all next 2 weeks. Hit you with a new episode, nice and fresh. Stay tuned. Like always, follow us on Facebook, These Ninjas Podcast. Follow us our page and our group. Now I mean, also follow us on Facebook individually. You got Joey PC, you got Double Barrel, Smoke One, and Loso. Look us up, hit us up. Now I mean,
Yeah.
Also,
you're.
can I say one thing?
Oh, go ahead.
Also, appreciate everybody that donated to the diaper drive. My cousin Lily and Jeremy Thomas
word.
did. Like to give shout outs to anybody from the podcast that listens that donated. You know, really appreciate that. You know, family
Definitely.
appreciate that. So
Mhm.
I had to let everybody, you know what I'm saying, really know about that.
Cut.
Yo, you're. Everybody say peace out, you're.
You're
Yeah.